Hello everyone, good morning students. In the previous class we have studied about force, types and how does it affects on an object, right? In this class we will be studying about pressure. What is pressure then? It is the force acting on unit area of a surface. It is a force where it acts on a unit area. Unit area means to a certain area. Hence pressure can be called as force by area. If the area is small, the pressure is more on the surface for the same force. For example, you could see there, it is easier to push a iron nail into a wooden plank by its pointed end. Look here, it is the pointed end here, and you could see here, this is the pointed end, whereas we have another end over here. Whenever you are gonna hit it, hence it will be very easy for us to push a nail into the wooden plank rather than to its head part, because the pressure is more in the pointed end when compared to the blunt or the head part. In the same way, it is easier to cut the vegetables with a sharp knife than a blunt knife, because in the sharp things the pressure will be more when compared to the other part. Shoulder bags have broad and not thin strips to reduce pressure. Yes, the shoulder bags, it will be of double side, and the bags are very broad over here, and hence they can be carry easily, and even we will not feel pain when we carry it, because whenever the area is broad the pressure is very less, and hence we can carry the bags easily. And we have pressure exerted by liquids and pressure exerted by gases. We know liquids, they are, for example, water, it is in a liquid state, and we know liquids do not have exact shape, they'll take the shape of the container, isn't it? In the same way, whenever we keep a liquid in a container, the liquid, they exert pressure on the walls of the container. You could see in this diagram, we have taken a glass tube here. A thin glass tube has been taken here, and you could see to the bottom of the glass tube we have tied a elastic rubber band or the elastic balloon type. There you could observe the swelling of the rubber balloon there. Here you could see the rubber band has been swelled because of the liquid that has been exerting pressure on the bottom. And even here also you could see there the balloon, the rubber band has been expanded because of the pressure exerted by the liquid on the walls and even at the bottom. Here you could see in this diagram where the water or the liquid that has been exerting pressure on the walls of the container, here for in the bottom, and in this diagram to the walls. When you did a hole to the water bottle, the water spills out because there will be exerting pressure on the walls, and hence if the wall has been done any hole, the water will come out, rushes out of the container. This is how the liquid exerts pressure on the container. Let us see the points here. Liquid exerts pressure on the walls of a container, as we have discussed in this diagram. Liquids exert pressure on the bottom of a container. It depends upon the height of the liquid column. You could observe here the height of the liquid column is less in the first figure than in the second one. You could observe also that the rubber balloon has been expanded more in the second column when compared to the first column, because the first column is very small when compared to the second. The height of the length of the water column is less in the first case, whereas in the second case the length of the water column is more, and hence the pressure is more. Liquid exerts sideways pressure too. In this diagram we also observed that the liquid exerts sideways pressure. After that, liquid exerts pressure at the same height if the column is at the same height, they exert the equal amount of pressure. Understood? We'll move on to the pressure exerted by gases here. It's even as like the liquids, even the gases will also exert pressure on the walls of a container. As like the liquids, even gases do not have definite shape. They also take the shape of the container. You would have observed the cycle tube and even the balloons. If there is hole in a balloon, you cannot fill or inflate the balloon, right? Because it exerts pressure on the walls of the internal walls of the balloon, and hence from this we could also conclude that the pressure also exerted by the gases. Under pressure we studied the meaning of pressure exerted by the liquid and the pressure exerted by the gases. At the end we have atmospheric pressure. Atmosphere means whatever the earth is surrounded by the envelope of air, it is called as atmosphere. Atmospheric pressure means the pressure exerted by the air that is present in the atmosphere is called as atmospheric pressure. Yes, atmospheric pressure is due to weight of a air. Yes, this is how it works. You could see here a rubber sucker pressed on a surface. This is a rubber sucker. When you just press it on a surface, it is very hard for you to take it back because there will be a little pressure that has been exerted on the surface by the air, that is the atmospheric pressure, and hence you feels very difficult to take it out back. And also you could observe here the horses, they are pulling the hemispheres. It is also like a tug of war. They are exerting force on from the both of the sides, but still there will be the atmospheric pressure on it, and hence they will not move. In the same way, you could observe in this picture that the boy is carrying a container on his head. Even from this also we could conclude that the pressure that has been applied on his head is more, hence the atmospheric pressure takes place here. From all this we can understood that not only the air exerts pressure, even the atmospheric pressure that has been present, the air present even in the atmosphere, they also exert pressure, and hence it is called as atmospheric pressure. In today's class we have studied about the pressure, the meaning of pressure, that is the force acting on it on a unit surface area, and the second one, pressure exerted by the liquids and the pressure exerted by the gases. The both liquid and the gases, they exert pressure on the walls of the container. In the case of liquids, they exert pressure on the walls at the bottom and even at the sideways also. After that we studied about atmospheric pressure, that is the pressure that has been applied by the surrounding air is called as atmospheric pressure. From this we will be ending this lesson, force and pressure. In the next class we just deal with the classwork. Thank you for watching, students.